Hey guys, this is Anthony from Syracuse Martial Arts. Somebody asked me about my Dragon Pole workout routine. It's a routine that I recently made up, and it has nothing to do with the traditional form of Wing Chun. It has nothing to do with that. This is an exercise program. So some people might watch and go, oh, the form is terrible. That's not what it's about. What I try to do when I do workouts is I try to incorporate as many muscle groups as I can. And I always like to vary my workout. So I just one day picked up a pole and said, what kind of exercise can I do with this? If you don't have a dragon pole, like this pole here is made out of quandim. It's very heavy wood. It's 9 feet long, and it can be pretty heavy. If you don't have one of those, you can pick up these up at any Target or Walmart or anything like this. This is, I think it's a Pilates pole, and they're pretty heavy, you know. So this is something that you can use. Okay, so the first exercise on the chart is the basic thrust. Now, every exercise that I do, you can do either with no footwork or with footwork. If you want to make the exercise easier, don't do the footwork. Just stay in a normal, regular stance. It doesn't have to be this big, low thing. It could be just normal, relaxing stance. I like to do it with the footwork because then I can get, either narrow stances or really low stances when I work that. Of course, that's going to work in the big muscle groups, the quads and all that. So, first exercise, basic thrust. Okay, what I do is I start with the pole. I try to get a shoulder length grip. Rear hand is an overhand grip. Forward hand is an underhand grip. Okay, and I bring it up as high as my shoulder. All right, and basically, my focus is forward, okay? So from here, my focus is forward. So I'm pointing in this direction here, all right? What I'm going to do from here is as I step forward, I'm thrusting until this hand comes to this shoulder. Then I take my rear foot and I bring it forward, and as I step forward, I come forward. So you can go narrow, or you can go really low and come up, okay? The whole point in that drill, again, just activate different muscle groups. All right. The second exercise I do in here is the horizontal. Again, these are all exercises. I like to think of this one as like a rowboat. Okay, so if I'm standing here, I hold the pole not close to my body, but a little bit farther away. My rear hand is what's swinging it back and forth. Again, you could do this with no step at all, but I like to make it hard. So as I do this, I'll actually cut the angle here. I'll step every time the pole is either left or right. And it doesn't matter which direction the pole is in, as long as I'm stepping at the same time that I'm swinging the pole. So I'll go step, 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 just like this. You can do narrow stances, low stances. It's up to you. Okay? Next one is vertical. Now the vertical one, I don't go perfectly to the side. I kind of get almost in a cat stance. I pin the pole against my hip. This one is the rear hand is just the supporting arm. The lead arm does all the work. Plus, of course, you're putting in all the energy, all the support from the other parts of the body. Okay. So from here, all I do is I lift up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all I'm down. All right. I don't let it hit the ground because I don't want to break the pole or break the floor. So up, down. Again, time it with the feet. So you can go up, down, like this. You can go low if you want and come up like this. Again, it's up to you. You change the intensity. This is not kung fu fighting. This is exercise. All right. The next one is this basic circle. Now the circle, I do counterclockwise and counterclockwise, which really makes this double the amount of exercise I'm going to do. So I'll do this way, and again, pin it against the hip. And I go here, I do small circle or wide circles, okay? Now, I do the same thing. I step, and I step, okay, forward and back. I forgot to mention, every drill that I do, what I do is basically, I don't know if you can cam around a little quick here. You see I got quite a big place here. What I do is, I'll just go the length of the school. And then I'll do it backwards. That's a lot, okay? But I also like doing it for time as well. 60-second rounds. That's really what I like to do. Okay, so the circle one, we just covered that. So all you're doing is, again, you can go clockwise or counterclockwise. Okay, cool. All right, next one is the push and thrust. This one I do without footwork, okay? This one's kind of complicated, okay? Not so much. All right, so what I do, again, I just stand perfectly normal. I bring it up to my shoulders, snap it out, bring it back, thrust forward, bring it back, and down. So I go up, snap, in, thrust, in, down, okay? It's a great exercise, okay? Again, you can do that for 60 seconds. The final one is the horse stance, narrow snap and thrust. This one people usually hate, and I put it last because, in my opinion, it's the hardest one to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is grab the pole. Both hands are going to be under grip. You have to do 2 rounds of this because you have to switch the hands per round. Okay, you're going to take, in this example, my left arm is closest to my body, right arm is forward. So can you get the whole thing in that? This was a different, I'll go on an angle here. So what I'm going to do is I just get a basic stance. I could be in Yichikiyama, I could just be standing there like this. It doesn't really matter. Again, I just want my body to support what I'm about to do. Okay? I grab here. I start with the tip of the pole touching the ground. Right? Elbows in tight. I lift it. Right? Then snap. Bring it up. Thrust. Bring it back. Snap again. Bring it up. And then relax. That's 1. Okay? Again, you could do it for rep. I prefer to do it for time. So I'll do that for 60 seconds. Sometimes I'll say I'm going to do 20 of those or 25 of those. So to repeat, I lift it up, snap, up, thrust, in, snap, up, and then I just let it go down. Okay? Now, you can experiment with these exercises all you want. For example, number 5, the Pushin Thrust. I like to experiment with that because I want to get my feet involved, right? I like to get my legs involved. So what I'll do, I'll go on an angle here. I'll come up here, all right? Actually, let me rephrase. I started in the wrong position. I actually will get in a low stance, and I get in this position, right? I'll step forward. Boom, snap it. Then I'll come in, thrust, and then I'll come up, right? So you can do anything you want to get the body involved. It doesn't have to be just this, right? You can go here, you can thrust, you can come back forward, right? As long as your body's moving, you're getting the exercise. If you do this, you have to do this both sides, so whatever you do on the right side, do on the left side. You're looking at 12 rounds total. Of course, when we get to the basic circle, because we have to do both sides, okay, that's actually 4 rounds right there. This exercise routine can take anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. And if you're taking long breaks, it can take 40 minutes. We did this exercise yesterday morning. Was it yesterday morning? Tuesday morning. And it took about 40 minutes. It's a great workout. It might look easy. Try it and let me know what you think. Take care.